Hi everyone and welcome to the A Bit of AI special. In this episode we will talk to Steph. Hi everyone and welcome back to the A Bit of AI show special. In this episode we will talk to Steph about her life in AI. The A Bit of AI show is all about the people behind the AI systems, because Amy and me, in our work, we met so many people working on AI and realized that there are so many different skill sets involved in actually creating a full AI solution. So in this show, we invite people that work in the field of AI to the show to talk about what they actually do during their day. So my name is Henk I'm a cloud advocate. I work at Microsoft and I'm based in the Netherlands. And I'm a white male with brown hair wearing glasses, and today I'm wearing a black shirt and a blue pants, sitting on a yellow chair in the reactor in London.
Very nice, very nice. And my name's Amy Boyd. I'm a cloud advocate based in the UK. Absolutely, we are sitting in person in the London reactor. I'm a white female with blonde wavy hair, and today I'm wearing a top with spots on it.
Excellent. Do you have some pre-show?
Always have the pre-show info. So on the A Bit of AI show, one of the things that we really like to do afterwards is chat with you as well, those who are watching the show. So we have something called the A Bit of AI Cafe. The cafe is a community experience. It's not recorded or anything like that, but you can spend some time with myself and Henk along with our wonderful guests. And you can have chat. We often share useful resources. We ask interesting questions of each other. And it's a really nice environment to be able to engage a little bit more than when we're kind of streaming these different shows online. So if you'd like to join in us, go there straight after this show. Go to aka.ms/abitofai-cafe. Or if you're on our website, there's a button at the top that you can join as well.
Perfect. Yeah, always looking forward to that. So I think it's time. Let's bring on Steph to the screen.
Hi everyone.
Hi,
lovely to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. I know you've been really busy today, right? You've been at a conference. What have you been speaking about?
So for the past 2 days, I've been here in Dublin at the National Manufacturing and Supply Chain Conference, and I've been talking about how AI can help with sustainability, how it fits into a digital transformation plan, and then we did a panel on how small businesses can think about AI and digital tech and make it a bit easier to get started with.
Wonderful. And I mean, for all our viewers, doesn't that just show, how broad and widely available now AI is, that it's being spoken about at conferences like that? That's not a pure tech conference. It's a specialized sort of sector, but it's super interesting to hear what you're speaking about there. But Steph, thank you for joining us in your busy day. But our first question, let's get straight into it, is who are you and what do you do in the space of AI?
Sure. So I'm Steph Locke. I run a company called Nightingale HQ. And what we're trying to do is actually that bit that we were just talking about, Amy, of making AI and no code super easy so that manufacturers and other groups can just kind of do a next install and get some whizzy cool AI solution. So whether that's, invoice processing or chatbots or defect detection, our goal is to really just make that super simple so that anyone in a manufacturer can press a button and get AI that helps them save time, money, and helps them grow their business.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. And you run your own company as well that relates to that. Is it just AI that you do at your company, or do you cover other tech as well?
We cover other tech, so I myself write a lot of Bicep and Logic apps and things like that because we fully believe in Microsoft tech and the commoditization of AI. But we also appreciate that manufacturers, they're struggling to get off of paper. So whilst we're also doing form recognizer based solutions to digitize existing paper, we help them give them information about things like forms.microsoft.com or putting in Power Platform, Power Apps and things, and looking at the other routes that people can get the most out of their Microsoft spend to really just do their day job much more effectively.
That's brilliant. And yeah, democratization of technology is always the trend, isn't it, in any technology that we've seen in the past. And so it's great to see AI is making its way into that space as well, thanks to businesses like yourselves. So you've told us a little about who you are. One of the things, this is a difficult question, Steph, so bear with me, but every job in tech is different daily. Can you try to describe your average day? Like, how much coding versus customer calls versus meetings and email do you do, for example? Like, what does your average day look like?
So being the CEO of a company with a bunch of staff as well, and being in startup mode means that my average day it is definitely a mean, not a mode. My day varies significantly from like doing a day with my dev team, getting some code, shipping out a new tool, or it's spending a day at a conference, talking to people, or it's even doing the financial forecasts and things. The great thing is I get to use the last financial forecast. I did some R with some discrete event processing and did a whole probabilistic simulation capability. So even when I'm doing finance stuff, I can still have some fun with tech.
Oh, I absolutely love that. And Steph, I know you, for R. Like when someone says Steph Locke, I just think of the language R. Like I've seen you do so many wonderful talks in the community. You're an MVP, right, here at Microsoft as well. Can you describe what that means for you?
Sure. So I'm a data platform and AI MVP. And the way I usually describe that when I'm up on stage is Microsoft have very kindly recognized me for going and meeting great people, teaching them great tech, and drinking a great glass of wine over a great meal. So it's pretty awesome. I spend a lot of my time helping people be better at their jobs. I think empowering people through knowledge and increasing their digital skills is so important for keeping people doing things that they love. And so, from the age of 22, I think I did my first user group talk. And then at 23, I was running my first user group. I've run a series of conferences, set up our conferences globally. I do keynotes and I talk and I write books and I blog. And I basically just get to geek out all the time. And Microsoft have gone, Steph, we like the way you geek. Here's an award.
I like that phrase. I don't know why we don't use that on our marketing. There we go. I like the way you geek. But no, and obviously, Steph, I think you do a wonderful job. I've known you for many, many years in the community as well, and really appreciate your great sessions and the way that you share your knowledge. So not only are you intensely intelligent, but you're also you a great way of kind of sharing that as well. So we always promote that on this show. It's a big thing. Community is where we learn the most. We're big fans of it. So just thank you for all that you do in that space. But with that, Henk, you've got a couple of questions that are slightly different tact though, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. Because we now know what you do during day. We know a little bit about your past, your journey to MVP. But I want to know a little bit more. I really want to know, how did you get to this point in your career of like being a CEO? And then I want to hear about what you studied all the way up to this point.
So I'll start with what I studied. I actually have a philosophy degree. I started out doing pure mathematics and philosophy, but went to work full time during at the beginning of my second year. So I did my philosophy degree in my evenings, whilst working on a burger van for the beginning of it. And then I got my first graduate job before I finished up my bachelor's. My career is mostly described as moving sideways and upwards for ever increasing challenge. So I started out doing some Excel and kind of some product analysis, and then I wrote some web scraping in Excel and VBA macros. Mr. Excel is still my rock star hero. Bill Allen is super cool. And then I learned a bit of SQL to be able to get some data into Excel. And then I learned reporting services and integration services. I got to use some of my maths background. So in analysis services, I started doing some of the data mining to build some product propensity models. I then moved into a more open source tech stack, doing kind of data warehouse and reporting. Then I did some more some machine learning in financial services. Did that a bunch, helped a new startup get 25% market share within 9 months of being open. Did some consulting, some cybersecurity, and then I was actually faced with, do I want to go work for Microsoft? Or do I want to go do my own thing? And Microsoft never actually sent me back an email offering me an interview, so I went and did my own thing. So very happily for the past 5 years now, I've been doing consultancy, helping businesses do data science, which usually means doing a lot of the data infrastructure. So I build data warehouses, I build cloud infrastructures, no code and encoded ETL solutions, as well as helping train a lot of staff. I've done that for Microsoft, for Cambridge University, Imperial College, and a whole number of other organizations. And then I wanted to make money whilst I sleep. So that's why I thought, what would be a great idea? Trying to build a unicorn. That's a great idea. That won't burn you out. So here I am a few years later, we've got customers internationally. We're building that platform so people can next install. And wearing lots of hats. I'm very much community taught around tech and business. And that's why knowing that I'm able to learn and grow so much really helps reinforce why I and my employees and everybody around me should share their knowledge, because the more we share, the more we can all grow and we can become business leaders as well as total geeks.
Amazing. That has been quite a journey, I think.
Yeah, really, the whole data side as well. But I didn't know that about you, Steph. I didn't know you did maths and philosophy. That's super interesting. But that maths and philosophy now, I guess, with the ethical AI maybe part of it, it all comes back, doesn't it, to being incredibly useful, really.
Yeah, I think tech is ultimately easy once you know exactly what you need to tell computers to do. So being able to think things through, to communicate well, and to find out what people need and turn that into a solution, the problem solving, the being detail oriented to make sure you get all the assumptions correct, all of those things matter much more than remembering the syntax for a language.
Very well said. So it seems like you're enjoying yourself, like the last 5 years, basically your whole career. It sounds really cool. But there must be something really annoying about what you've been doing, and I want to know what annoys you the most about your role.
I still feel like a day where I've not coded is not like a true day. I'm still very, I enjoy delivering tech, and being a CEO can take away from that. And increasingly over the years, that'll happen. But I have to try and remember making the squishy bits of the system, making humans work well, is a way tougher challenge than making computers work well. So if I can build, a distributed scaling data platform with real-time machine learning, trying to build a distributed scaling company is like the next level up challenge. So it's annoying, but I enjoy it.
No, I think everyone like tackles with it, don't they? A bit like, am I coding enough to keep it up? Because I think, yeah, it's a skill you use, isn't it? But then it's also kind of like riding a bike, because when you go back to it, you very quickly pick it back up again, sort of thing. So, and I love that you said, well, your financial forecasting is like on point, because you're actually using all of the coding behind the scenes to make that the case. That's really, really cool. Well, we've finished some of our main questions with you, but Steph, we do this thing on the A Bit of AI show called our quickfire questions round. We're going to ask you, if possible, 5 questions, and we ask that you can answer them with your immediate first thought, and keep it as short as possible. So one word, one phrase, or one sentence. Would you like to take part? Is it something you'd like to try out with us?
Yeah, sounds fun. Hit me with the questions.
Yes, that's what we like to hear. Okay, Steph, so we'll start nice and easy, tapping into your history a little bit. So what was your first computer, Steph?
My first computer was a Windows 3.1.
Oh.
My mum won the pools. So we won a lottery. We were able to afford being able to buy a house, being able to buy a computer, and a newish car.
Amazing. Oh my goodness, what a day.
Yeah. Second question. What programming language was used in the last project you worked on?
Bicep.
Oh, more infrastructure based. That's a good one. The December specials have been much more varied than season 1 and 2. That was a great answer. Question number 3, Steph. What was the most useful thing you've learned in AI?
Prototype with off-the-shelf tools if you can.
Oh, I like that one. +1.
Yeah. Cool. Favorite event on the AI calendar?
That's going to be hard for Steph, I think, to pick through them.
Just only one.
Whenever I get a new toy.
Oh, okay, interesting. I like it. You're heavily involved in SQL bits still, Steph. I know you've done some stuff in the past. Are you still speaking there and stuff?
Fingers crossed, I'm going to be speaking there on the next SQL bits, hopefully. But I haven't had much chance to do the volunteering and stuff over the past few years as much as I would like to. But SQL Bits is a really awesome conference. Anyone data in the UK should go to SQL Bits, if nothing else, for the community and the fancy dress party.
Yeah, it is. That's a very, very good shout. Okay, you're doing a wonderful job. We're on our last question. So question number 5. What area of AI have you got on your list to skill up on next? What are you looking at that's new in that space?
Machine learning for smells.
For smells? Like scents?
Yeah, being
Oh.
able to detect chemicals and identify cancer and things, from being able to use sensors to read molecules quickly and be able to identify what molecules they are through IoT kind of smell sensors. It's super cool stuff.
That's incredible. That's definitely a new one. We often think about the senses, but smell isn't always the first one you think of, right? Goodness me. Oh, well, great work, Steph. You did a wonderful job in our quick fire round. Windows 3.1 was a good shout out. Someone else in a recording recently also shared the same operating system. There we go. Very, very telling signs. In just sort of, we've only got about a minute left with you. I'd love to ask you, especially because of the position that you're in, how do you keep up with the technology? Because you're obviously incredible, like you said, you're molding people, you're hiring, you're trying to move a business forward. How do you keep up with all the change?
Twitter. So the wonderful thing about the data science and AI communities is how much people share their knowledge. So I follow great people who are constantly sharing, blogging, contributing, and that just really helps me stay up to date. It's much easier and nicer for your soul to be, looking at what's new in Azure than doom scrolling at the latest political things. So, yeah, tech Twitter keeps me grounded.
Oh, there we go. No, that's a great one. And for all of our viewers, do follow Steph also, who does that herself as well. So she didn't mention it, but she shares a lot of content. So go to @thestephlock on Twitter to go find her there and follow her. But with that, Steph, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. There's never enough time with our guests to kind of pick through all the amazing stuff you're working on. We really, really appreciate you joining us, telling us about your business, about what you've been chatting about at the conference, as well as kind of, how you've got into this space. I really believe it will inspire others to do the same.
Thank you so much. It was great to be here. And if you haven't yet done a lot of AI, folks who are listening, go do the AI Fundamentals Learning Path on Microsoft Learn. It's a few hours. It's really great to help give you a great understanding of lots of the areas that AI can bring value in.
Nice plug. We didn't even ask her to say that, honestly. We really appreciate your time, Steph, and we will see you very soon. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Henk. Thank you, Amy.
Okay. Oh my goodness, another great guest, CEO level as well. Goodness me, that just shows, doesn't it? There is something for everyone in the space of AI.
Exactly.
But we haven't got much time left. This is only a 30-minute show from us. Henk, announcements-wise, tell us about our December challenge.
Yes, so during the December month, we have a Cloud Skill Challenge. The Cloud Skill Challenge has like 20 modules.
20 modules.
20 modules.
Nice.
All ranging from cognitive services to like the remade applied AI services up to Azure Machine Learning where you can do it yourself. And if you complete that Cloud Skill Challenge this month, for every module you complete, we will plant a tree. So 20 trees can be planted if you complete the Cloud Skill Challenge.
Ah, wonderful. That's great. And where do we go find that?
ak.ms/abitoFAI/challenge or on top of the website.
Or on top of the website, always go to our website. That's brilliant. If you want to learn about AI, 20 modules, so lots of variety as well. We've talked about variety on lots of our shows. And then also on that other side of it, you get to take part in some sustainability as well. So thank you. Thanks, Henk, for sharing that one. So in case you didn't catch it, it was aka.ms/abitofai/challenge to go and check out that Cloud Skills Challenge. So with that, just want to say thanks so much for joining the show. We hope you enjoyed another episode of A Bit of AI. If you want to catch us on demand, you can go to abitofai.show, which is our website. Not only can you catch this session on demand. You can actually also get season 1 and 2, so that's 19 episodes now in total, so you can really go binge watch them if you wish. And just one final reminder, straight after this show, we're going to go to the A Bit of AI Cafe, a nice community environment. Come ask your questions, come share your resources, just like we will be doing with ourselves as hosts, but also with our guests. So if you go to aka.ms/abitofai-cafe, you'll find us there. Or if you're on the website, select the button at the top of the screen. But with that, thank you so much for joining us. This has been the A Bit of AI show with Henk and Amy, and we hope to see you soon.